Hey, good morning, and welcome to the Driving To Podcast. The Driving To Podcast, where we're driving to health, happiness, fulfillment, success at work. Whatever you're driving to, we'll talk about it too, why I am driving to work. Hey, I'm your host, Matt Munnell, today on the Driving To Podcast, and today is sort of a continuation of yesterday's podcast where we talked about staffing and using the model of the NFL draft or college recruiting to help get you better candidates into your store. I want to add to that a little bit. I was reading a book, and man, I can't remember the name of the book, so I'll have to look it up, maybe put it in the show notes about what the book was and the business was. But it talked about hiring like you can't fire. That whoever you hire, you're hiring for life. That you cannot get rid of them for no matter what. The only reason they leave the company is if they choose to leave your company. What would that do to your hiring? What would that do to your training? How would you do onboarding? How would you make that person feel connected to your business if that's what you had to do? That your standard was once you hired, they're yours for life. Would that change the thought process? Would that change the real process of hiring in your business? I bet it would. So if you have hiring in your responsibilities, or if you are one of your direct reports has that, let's talk about that with them and think about it yourself. What if when you hire, that person's hired for life? And then model your hiring practices around that, model your onboarding around that, model your first 90 days around that, how you make that person feel connected. And then also, even beyond that, if that person's been here a year or 2 years and they don't seem to be working out for whatever reason, well, they're yours for life. So now how do you coach and counsel them and teach and develop them from there? Because you can't just say, I'm cutting you loose, you're not working out. No, they're yours for life. How are you going to get them where they need to be, or find them a place in your operation that maximizes their strengths? So just something to think about today. I was thinking about that this morning as I was reviewing yesterday's podcast. So driving to hiring for life. That's what we're talking about today. Wherever you're driving to, drive safe, and we'll talk to you next time.